Hi everyone, welcome. Brittany here from Cyfer Tech. I have Todd Abrams with me today, one of our wonderful field techs, and we are going to be watching some TikTok videos and see what kind of tech tricks that they recommend, and then we're going to try them out and see if they're really that good or if they really work.
We're going to judge them.
That as well. We have to entertain ourselves somehow, so let's get it started.
TikTok. This is my first time. I've never looked at TikTok before.
I've never watched TikTok.
Get off my lawn!
Part 2. So what you want to do is go to the settings application and then scroll down until you see accessibilities and then scroll down until you see audio and visuals. Turn on power on and off sound.
There you go.
Basically when you turn off and turn off your device, you'll get a little cool sound, which I'll show you guys. So here's when I turn it off.
Oh, nice.
So watch, you hear the audio cue?
And now when I turn it back on. So if you didn't know about this trick, let me know down below in the comments and make it fall for part 3.
Oh, I do like that one.
That's a tip. So if you are turning your phone on and off, a lot of times you don't even know, is it working? Is it happening? Has it happened yet? It's just your iPhone goes blank and then suddenly there's an Apple and you're like, is it off yet? Is it on yet? Do I stop pressing the button? But it's saying there you can turn on an audio cue. So when you're turning on and off your phone, you get this bling and then you're like, oh, there, something's happening. That's pretty handy. You can always go to the history and go back to one yourself.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's another tech tip. If you accidentally close the
Computer
tab,
hack I bet you didn't know.
you're watching videos,
Press Windows R.
let's go to your history.
This box will pop up. Type MRT. Click yes. This window will pop up. Click next. Choose what type of scan you want, and it'll scan your computer for viruses.
Okay, that's helpful. First thing, the Windows key is your best friend. I love keyboard shortcuts. I love them. Use them all the time. If you want to open up an Explorer window to go through the files on your PC, documents, photos, whatever else, or even deep dive, just hit Windows key E, and it pops up faster than if you go to the taskbar and click on that envelope.
Oh,
that
really?
opens Windows Explorer. It takes a moment, but if you hit Windows E, it seems to me, pops up faster. And he's saying this shortcut is Windows key R, which brings up the run command option, and then you type in MRT, malicious removal tool. So then you can tell what kind of a scan you want it to do of your Windows PC.
Oh, okay. So you already kind of know that this is a good tool that will work.
Yeah, but the way they phrased it reminded me that, yeah, that's a good idea. And then I understand how it works and might have used it.
Okay,
I haven't used the
that makes
MRT
sense.
command, but I've used Windows key R to bring up the run command
Okay.
option.
We'll have to try that one out.
Yeah. This is Consanity. That's
Did
2
y'all
A's.
know this?
Did y'all know this?
Did y'all know this?
Oh, that's the title of the video.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't
you gotta,
just saying
you
it.
gotta say it southern. I was like,
Did y'all
who you
did y'all
talking to?
know this?
Y'all know
He's
this?
from Louisiana, so we're allowed to do that.
Totally.
Okay, don't cancel us. Restart.
Wi-Fi hack. Okay. Oh, simple trick to
Here's
get.
another simple trick to find any Wi-Fi password for the network you're on. Go to the Wi-Fi button right here on the bottom right and right-click on it, then open Network and Internet Settings, click on Advanced Network Settings, then hit More Network Adapter Options, find your network and double-click on it, then click on Wireless Properties, go over here to the Security tab, hit Show Characters, and boom, there's your password.
I hadn't really thought about it,
Does that really work?
but that's a good. Well, yeah, and that's a good thing to remember if you need to share the Wi-Fi password with somebody. But yeah, you know how like on iPhones, and you don't always have to give someone the Wi-Fi password. If you have your phone near somebody else's and then they want to log in for the first time, it says, "Would you like to give so and so permission?" And it will share the password without actually. I wouldn't have to tell you.
I
And
didn't
your
even
phone.
know that you could do that.
It's kind of an automated feature in iPhones.
Oh, okay.
So this is interesting. Like if you needed to, you forgot what your Wi-Fi password because it's been logged in automatically for 2 years, and then you want to share like your someone you're living with. Like, okay, here's the Wi-Fi password, or yes, to your home Wi-Fi. That's how you check it without having to reset it.
But do you have to be connected to that Wi-Fi to be able to do that?
Oh, that's a good question. Should we watch it again?
Yeah, let's watch it again, and then I think we should try it.
Trick to find any Wi-Fi password for the
Oh,
network you're
I
on.
think-
Go to the Wi-Fi
For
button
the
right
network
here on the
you're
bottom
on.
right
You're
and
on.
right-click on it,
That's
then
right.
open
I thought it was for
Network and
any
Internet
Wi-Fi
Settings.
password.
For
Click
any
on
Wi-Fi.
Advanced Network Settings, then hit More Network
Okay,
Adapter
so-
Options.
Yeah.
Find your network and double-click on.
Now here's another way to find your Wi-Fi password. if it's a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, not 5 included, get yourself a Flipper Zero and then flash a new firmware on it and use the Marauder developer card, the GPIO card that fits on top, and you can actually run a packet capture on the Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. Then you load that into Wireshark. You decrypt the 4-part handshake with that you've captured, and it tells you the password. Oh, first off, you have to, sorry, I forgot one step, and that's deauth. You deauthorize everything on the Wi-Fi. So basically, it very briefly kicks everything off, and it has to immediately then reconnect automatically, especially these devices, it says reconnect automatically.
Yeah.
And when it does that, it has to make a quick handshake with the your access point, whatever's broadcasting the SSID. And when it does it, it's like a 4-part handshake. And if you use the Flipper Zero to capture those 4 parts, then you can decrypt it, and it tells you what information was being shared, and then you find out what the login credentials are.
So it's kind of like someone, like you have 2 friends who have like a best friend handshake, and they don't tell you what it is, and then you find out what the secret handshake is, and you just walk up and you're like boom, 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 and you just.
That's it. It's a cheat code to learn other people's secret handshakes.
Learn their handshake.
So if you're at home and you only have a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, this has probably already happened to you. Someone's driving, they call it war driving. They drive through the neighborhood, they find Wi-Fi's, and then they just try it. Don't do it. As the Sasquatch says, don't be a skid. Only pen test your own networks. Routers and Wi-Fi devices at your home that you own.
So why would people do that? If they're driving through neighborhoods, why would they try to pop into your Wi-Fi? Unless they're trying to download a TikTok video.
Right. I couldn't imagine the motivation and inclination that goes in the heads of hackers. Gray hat, black hat. White hat hackers, you're just curious to see if you can do it. It's educational, you know. But there's malicious things people can do. If you have everything shared and all your files open on your PC and somebody logs into your Wi-Fi, well, then they can log in and see what your browsing history is. Maybe go what this video just showed, check out this password, the Wi-Fi password, which they've already got, and others. If you have your banking information stored on Google in the Chrome browser or whatever other, it's, sky's the limit. So secure your Wi-Fi's, folks. Use 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. 6 is even better, and use very difficult passwords. But nothing's impenetrable.
That is true. We may have to do a video just on protecting your Wi-Fi. I didn't realize that was such an issue, and now I want to do some stuff at home myself.
Yeah, like how do you find out if someone's ever intruded in your network? That would be a good video. And how to test your own network for, what's the word?
Intrusions?
Well, how to test
susceptibility.
Do a pen test, a penetration test on your own network for educational purposes. That would be a deep dive into the use of something. As most readily available tool for that is the Flipper Zero, and it's really neat. It's a digital broadcasting multi-tool. It's like a Swiss Army knife for, the RFID cards you use to get into buildings. Mm-hmm. You can run a brute force attack on those, and actually, if you have the time, get into buildings based on. There's about 4,000 some odd different codes it goes through, and it starts at 1, goes up to 4,000, and eventually you'll have access to that security door.
That's efficient. We'll do one on that too. Don't worry, folks. We'll make sure we give you all the fun tricks of the trade.
That's right.
Because there are some snazzy things that those flippers can do. Let me tell you.
Oh, I was spamming her phone. There's a new Bluetooth exploit you can use, and I'm standing across the office, and I kept sending a new one, and so the Bluetooth message pops up. We're changing your phone number, transfer phone number. Join this this new set of ear pods or something.
Yeah. Trying to connect to this and that.
It's just spam.
It's just annoying, but it was entertaining, so I will give you that.
The latest one is you can crash an iPhone. Not using the ones I use with your phone, but there's another bad USB app, and you can use it because of this Bluetooth exploit to crash iPhones right now. So Apple, you got to fix that.
We should do that to our boss. That would be fun.
As soon as he comes back from Paris, say, hey, look at your phone.
Yeah.
Zout.
in the middle of an important meeting too.
For
I
sure.
would
Morning meeting. He's not here. He's driving.
never. Yeah.
I guess we'd have to be in the car with him, but that'd be good. Turn my
You
phone
have
off.
to be in range.
Yeah, and the way to protect yourself against that is just turn off Bluetooth on your phone unless you're actively using it with your headset or otherwise. Don't leave your Bluetooth on because that is a security issue right now, and Apple has not patched it as of the shooting of this video.
Good to know. Yeah, all sorts of tricks.
Be safe, folks. Turn off your Bluetooth.
Yes, be proactive about that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This one is iPhone trick.
Here's another iPhone trick I guarantee you didn't know about.
Tech hack
Go
guy.
to settings and click on your name at the top. Then go over to iCloud and then private relay. If you turn this on, it will hide your IP address and your website search history data.
What?
So why would you do that?
What? He said it just hides your IP address?
And your search history data? Let's read.
Okay.
So what's the point of that?
Well, it's in beta, but we'll assume that it works.
Okay.
Do you want everybody to know everything you search in your search history?
Well, of course not. But how would they get access to that?
Because it's not encrypted or hidden. The reason Google is such a successful, well, originally it was a search engine, but now it's a global empire, because they were developing a social profile of you based on every search you've ever entered into their browser or search engine. So they can provide you with better targeted ads that you're more likely to click on and then act on. So you're spending money through Google for millions of users, even if a small fraction of those users actually click through these ads and then wind up purchasing something, they get revenue from that, from selling ads on Google.
Well, that makes sense too, because are those connected to all the social media platforms now? Because it's like I'll Amazon something or Google it, and then I go onto Facebook and I have an ad for it right there.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how intrusive the algorithms are that sharing the searches, but yes, that's how it works. Social media is a hazard. There's a great documentary on Netflix, and I can't think of the name. It may just be called The Social Media. We'll leave a link. We'll get back to that on the title.
Yeah.
But it tells you how insipid social media is. It's not just what you click or like, but it measures how long you pause on videos as you scroll past them, and then how long you watch it, and that gauges your interest. So that on Instagram, whenever there's an ad that pops up for trying to sell you an item, they know it's something you want to see because it's the kind of stuff you pause and look at on your feed. It's pretty crazy.
That is.
Yeah, we're gonna post the name of that documentary below so you can educate yourself.
Yeah.
Be careful with social media. They talk about going down the YouTube hole or the rabbit hole of Instagram, doom scrolling, I think they call it. It's designed that way. It's designed to hook you in, get you addicted to that feed, and buy and purchase.
Or like, right?
Or click the likes, yeah. And they know even more what you're into.
It's true. Things you gotta look out for nowadays.
So preventing people from knowing what your search history, this video is making private your search history. It's also making private your IP address. Because if somebody knows your IP address, like it's really big in gaming, competitive esports. If somebody that doesn't like how well you're performing, used to be on, what is it? Not Spotify. It's the Discord. On Discord, it would post your IP address in the chat. So it's not hard. It wasn't hard to find at the time, and they can execute a DDoS attack, which means they're sending multiple bursts of information to your internet connection based on your IP address, and it crashes your IP address. Your internet connection.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
sort of like the Bluetooth exploit currently for the iPhone. But this crashes your internet connection, so it kicks you out of the game, so you're no longer competition.
That's not nice.
For the D-bags who can't hack it with skill, they'll DDoS you and disconnect you from the internet. So you don't want to have your IP address available to the malicious
and then
user.
Kind of circling back to what you were mentioning earlier. So then if I had that set up, this hack, does that mean that Google would no longer be able to track me?
It's like using a VPN. I don't know if you can prevent Google from knowing. Because most of the time, like I have a Gmail address. I'm logged into my Chrome browser, like in the top right corner. If it's got your icon set up, so you can easily access Gmail,
Google Docs, all that
Google
stuff.
Docs, Google Maps, right? So even if they don't have your IP address, they still know it's you who's browsing. And part of that's good because you want to be able to have access to your own search history so easily from device to device. And it's intrusive, and that's how it's designed.
Beneficial, I guess.
Apple doesn't want you to know this happened.
Why doesn't Apple want us to know this happening? That's clickbait. Accessibility.
Down.
Per app. Okay. Home screen.
Smart invert.
Why in the name of Zeus's butthole would you want to invert your home screen? I can't think of a use case for this. What does it mean?
They don't like the little gadgets on the top, I guess.
Let's find out.
Let's Google it.
Well, no, I'm going to do it. So,
Okay.
I put on my cheaters. As my friend said, when I turned a man of a certain age, my arms weren't long enough to make me see this stuff. Fine print became fine print. All right. Accessibility.
Okay.
Scroll all the way down. I got to have that girl announcer voice. Go to per app settings.
You sound like the Mickey Mouse from South Park.
I'm Mickey Mouse from South Park. Don't cancel me, Disney. Add app. Home screen. Home screen. Bold text, larger text.
Yeah.
Smart invert.
Mm-hmm.
On.
So now you don't have those little top things.
What? Where'd they go? What? Off. On. Okay, it's on.
So
It's still there.
wait, pull up an app now.
Okay. Open Chrome. It's dark now.
It's like
It inverts the color.
Oh.
So it's less obnoxious to the eye. So instead of it being bright white indicators of the time, the strength, signal strength of your cellular or Wi-Fi and your battery life, it's less obtrusive if you invert it to black. Okay. All right. I don't know how that. Okay. Apple certainly doesn't want you to not know that. That's a ridiculous claim. But it's an interesting setting that most people don't know about. I didn't know about it. Yeah. So there. Use it, don't use it. I don't care. Do you care?
I don't know. There was a little clickbaity. It was.
It was clickbaity.
Yeah,
like Ned Beatty. Wasn't like that at all.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with us for a bit and going through these tech tips. I'm sure we'll be back again and we'll be seeing you all soon.
So I'm Todd Abrams.
And this is Brittany.
And we'll see you next time for Cyber Tech Tips.
Bye.